Hi everyone and welcome to this week's edition of The Fix. And The Fix is where every Friday we take 5 real questions business owners are asking about using AI and break them down into practical, clear answers. My name is Craig Pateman and it's very good to be with you today. And this week's questions all came from our Wednesday AI shift session where we focused on funnels that fix themselves. And that's where we talked about how to build systems that don't just automate, but actually repair themselves when things go wrong. So today we are going to tackle the 5 key questions that came up after Wednesday's session, from what a self-healing funnel even means to how you can start building one without writing a single line of code. So let's jump right into the questions. And the first question is, what exactly is a self-healing funnel? Put simply, from our perspective, a self-healing funnel is a system that doesn't wait for you to find problems. It finds and fixes them automatically. Just think of it as like a workflow with 3 jobs. The first job is it watches your funnel data for anything unusual, like is there a sudden drop in conversions or if there is a sudden decrease in sales. The second step is it tests what's broken, like checking if your contact form is still up, if the landing page is still up, or checking if your checkout is still operating or working. And then the third step is that it will trigger an instant response. It may redirect the traffic to a backup page, or it may send you an alert, or it may stop running some ads so you're not sending people to a checkout that's not working. And you can build this sort of process, this system, using tools like Zapier, Make, or N8N. And what your AI's tool of choice, its job is to interpret what it sees, not just follow steps blindly and make up what it should do. So then you get not just a static funnel that waits for you to notice the problems. You may leave on a Friday evening and then come back Monday and go, whatever happened to the sales and the leads and all that coming in? You've now got one that protects your business 24/7. The second question come up is, how does AI actually detect when something breaks? So AI doesn't magically see everything. It will detect change for you. And here is how it works. You give your AI tool of choice your data in terms of what your conversions are, and depending upon your traffic and the funnel you're running, it might be daily numbers, it might be hourly numbers, it might be weekly numbers. So you give your AI your normal set of data points. It might be conversions, it might be how many people fill out a form, it might be sales. Then at every set period of time that you set, AI will compare today's numbers with your usual pattern. So that might be, again, depending upon what you're running, and it might be hourly, it might be weekly, it might be daily. It depends on what you're running and what you're doing with your business. And if it spots an unusual drop, you might say if conversions drop by 20% or there are no sales for 5 hours or something, you give it the parameters what to detect the change. It flags it as an anomaly. So tools like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini can do this by analyzing data automatically through an integration. So you don't need coding. You just need a rule that says something like this. If a conversion rate drops by 20%, run a test and alert me. And that's how AI becomes your early warning system. It becomes your 24/7 sales funnel pipeline detection. It will run these tests for you and detect any problems that may be occurring. So then, what happens after it detects a problem? Does it really fix the funnel? In most cases, yes, it will, and it fixes by following the guardrails, the fallback, the setup that you have already established when you set up your workflow, or when you set up your sales funnel. So it may be something like this. If a form breaks, your AI workflow redirects people to another landing page, to another form, to somewhere else where they can enter their details. If a page goes down, it switches the traffic to a backup chat page. You will set these steps in. If this happens, then do this. If this happens, then do this. Because you would have worked through the logic already with your sales funnels when you're mapping your customer's journey or progression. If a customer does this, clicks on this, go to this. And then you'll be able to work it in. If this is down and it's not working, change the ad, change this to redirect them to this page. So if a checkout fails, you may have put in a guardrail to stop running your ads, so that you're not wasting budget and sending people to a checkout that's not working. You probably will have in there, depending upon the importance of the funnel and what's involved with, that you get sent a text message or an email or a Slack message or something to notify you of the problem. So the real intelligent isn't the fix. It's the logic behind when and how that fix happens. So it's the logic you build in. It's you understanding your sales funnels, your data, your customers, and what you need to do. So you too will tell your AI tool of choice what a normal experience looks like and to act when something falls outside that. So yes, depending upon the problem it detects, your funnel can literally repair it itself if you've built those responses into the workflow. If you haven't, it can't. If you haven't mapped out from your own operation, if this landing page goes down, what then happens? Which you should have mapped and worked out through. So that's how AI will do, following the guardrails and doing it for you. So what tools do I actually need to make this work? You start simple with only 3 components: a data source, such as Google Analytics, a spreadsheet, or your CRM. An automation tool, that could be Zapier, Make, N8N, that will trigger checks and actions for you. And an AI layer, such as ChatGPT or a custom GPT, Claude, Gemini, something that will analyze the data and decide if something looks off or looks wrong or looks a problem. So you might have it every morning, every evening. Zapier sends your daily conversion numbers to, say, ChatGPT. Your AI tool of choice then will compare that, in this case ChatGPT, to your weekly average, to your daily average, to your hourly average, whatever you've set up as your parameters. If it spots a problem and it finds it is exceeding the benchmarks you put in or drop below, it triggers a Make workflow or a Zapier workflow that checks the page and alerts you. You don't need a developer to do this. You just need to be clear about what you want to monitor and how to respond to it. So just be clear on, if this is the case, what then? And that comes to your thinking and your building of the sales funnel in the initial phases. And question 5 is, where should I start if I've never automated anything? Like everything, you start small. Like, as I say, how do you eat an elephant? One little bit at a time. So you look at one weak spot at a time. You maybe choose your biggest risk point. It might be the form, it might be a checkout, it might be an email capture form. It's just something that's your biggest risk, might be the first step in a process. Decide what a healthy version looks like, what the good version should be, and then build one rule, such as, if conversions drop below X or error appears, alert me. And then you give it to do one response, a backup message, redirect to another page, or send you a Slack message. So just test that to see how it works. And then that's it. You don't need to overhaul redo all your system. You just do it one step at a time. And over time, you build these up. And you build them up so these single workflows add up to things in your business being picked up and fixed, either automatically by your AI tool of choice, because you're giving it the parameters, and the steps to follow to fix it, to redirect it, and you've set up the backup plan. And one that it will give you a business and run smoother, that you're not busy firefighting. Is my chatbot answering upline and questioning? Is my sales funnels working? And that you're not leaving it till you need to be checking that daily, hourly, weekly, because you know your system is checking it for you and you're going to get an alert. And that allows you to stop being constantly firefighting, to be able to take some time to breathe, to work with your customers, work with your staff, and then refine and improve your business. So that's the 5 questions. That's the fix for this week. 5 questions that came up from the idea of the funnels that fix themselves, and then build something that that you can actually build. And remember, your goal is to set up systems that protect your time, your data, your team, and your customers. Start small, automate one check, and let AI handle the monitoring for you. Because as we believe, the smartest businesses in the next few years won't be the ones using AI. They'll be the ones who have systems that learn, adapt, and repair themselves. And that's us for this week. That's this edition of The Fix. I hope you found something beneficial in those questions. Please leave us some feedback, messages or notes so that we can improve what we're providing with The Fix and our answers. If you want to work with us, there's 3 ways of working with us. One is through the Pulse, which is our monthly subscription of $7 a month, where each month we send you insights into using AI for your workflows, for your marketing, and for building and growing your business. We do run 2 workshops a month, one on using AI and in your marketing, and the second is using AI to build agents. They're 4-hour workshops that we run during the month, just one on each. And the final one is a program we have where we come into your business and set these up, like self-healing funnels, set up your content marketing, set up your email marketing, to utilize having AI-driven systems that will respond to either problems that you detect, to the way your customers behave and interact with you, and so that your systems respond in real time by using the power and the intelligence of AI. So either send us a DM us, or send us a note, or drop us a line, and we'll send you the links so you can learn more about that. It's been very good to present this to you today. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I look forward to catching up with you next week.